Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. I'm Lucas Cameron.
And I'm Kevin O'Brien.
And we want to welcome you to the second season of
Prepper Properties.
Kevin, I got to say, I think we're going to knock it out of the park this season. And you've got an awesome property on the menu today.
Yeah, we've got a great one lined up. This one's 314 acres, entirely off-grid, no power on this property whatsoever, totally unplugged. Huge, huge house. Solar panels, as you can see in the background. It's got a huge battery bank. It's a 48-volt system, which we'll get into that more later. We'll cover that in great detail. And the house was built to really maximize use of the sun. And the property itself, there's just acres and acres of pasture. You've got woodlands. At one part of the property had a nursery business at one time, and there's still 300-foot long greenhouses out there, plus a poultry house. Gravity-fed water going to those. Lots of neat features just there alone, and then you go out roaming. The driveway's a mile long just to get here to this house high up on the hill. So it's just so much to cover. It's probably going to take 2 episodes, I would think, just to cover this one.
We're going to run out of footage at some point, probably.
Yeah,
We've got tons.
Exactly. So we'll get the show on the road, and then we've got other great properties coming as well. So I think you're really going to enjoy season 2.
Let's get on the road, guys. Come on.
All right, now here we are at the entrance. We've got the locked gate, of course, and one of the neat features, starting right out of the gate here, at the gate, is there's a UPS, post office, FedEx, whatever, drop-off shed here. So if the owner's not home or doesn't want to be bothered, they all have the code of this. They just come up, undo the code, drop the packages off, and lock it up and head on their way. And then whenever convenient, the owners can come up here and grab the packages out. Another neat thing is huge 314 acre property, and they had landscapers come off and drop mulch off by the truckload, and just grass clippings and wood chippings and stuff like that they would turn into compost. And they had that set up going too at one time. So that's kind of another neat feature. They were bringing in compost and mulch just to really kind of help develop the property. Just to show you how big this property is, this driveway is over a mile long. So what we're going to do is zip down this driveway real quick, and then everything you see left, right, and in front of you is all part of the property, just to kind of help give you a size and the feature of this property. And then when we get about halfway up the driveway, we're going to pull off into the area where used to be a nursery business, and there's several greenhouses up in there along with a poultry house, and we'll show you that. All right, here we are on what used to be an old nursery. At one time there were 6 20 or 30 by 100-foot greenhouses, as you can see here. All these briars running up and down the sides of these greenhouses are 7 different kinds of blackberries and raspberries. They're a little out of control now because the nursery hasn't been used in a few years now. Also tying into this nursery is this really neat poultry house. And as I'll show you from the inside, there's runs that the chickens actually, they have their own doors and they can run in and out of each of the 3 greenhouses. So you've got kind of natural insect control. The chickens go in there, do a little fertilizing, take care of your bug problem, and then they come back in the coop and you can kind of close them out when you're ready to start some full-time gardening in there. So come on in and I'll show you around. All right, as you can see here, there's actually a 2-story poultry house here. You've got the door out into the one greenhouse, a door out to the other, door out to the third. And there's doors here that are taken off right now, but you can actually segment each of these off as well. If you wanted to mix up the breeds of poultry you were working in. This opens up to the outside here. All right, now here we go out into one of the greenhouses. It's a little overgrown, but you still have the shade netting here in very good shape. And here's some extra chicken wire. It's got the benches, cinder blocks, and 100 foot of grow space. As you can see next door over here to this second one, it actually has built-in, the shelves built into the side of the greenhouse. You can stack your stuff, whatever you're growing on it, the pots, whatever it may be on top of that. And you've got a door out here. Another neat feature about this is that there's a creek and a spring over here, and they'll pump water up to the top of the hill over here to a huge cistern. I think it's like 1,500 gallons, and they just gravity feed this whole operation down here with water, and they only need to cut the pump on, once or twice a week or so just to top it off. And I'll show you that pump house now.
Guys, with looking at this greenhouse right here that Kevin's took us on a tour through this area, is not only do you have the shelving right here, but like this one right here, if you start to landscape this out immediately, I mean, you're talking a week or two cleaning this out, and you can get a whole run of raft beds down through here in no time flat. And the fact that you've got gravity feed of water up top, easily can set that on a timer to flood these. You can set up a nutrient to go into that. I mean, this one right here you can get back in operation in no time flat. The covering, all it really needs is just some of the pipe adjusted and the covering back over it. And this one right here be back online overnight.
Right, this is one of probably upwards of 100 different fruit trees that he's planted out throughout the property. And as you look around, you can see he's got these cages all the way around him in an attempt to keep the deer out. A lot of times they just come up and push him over. It's just one of those things you have to contend with. But there's fruit trees, a lot of younger ones, but there's also some older fruit trees on the property as well. This was the original poultry house and coop. As you can see, it's really huge. The snow, winter or two ago, weighted it down and took it out, but the mesh netting is still intact and it's still fenced the whole way around. Just some of the wood rafters need to be replaced and it can be up and running again. So there's another neat added feature that comes with this property. Got a couple old chicken tractors here. There's a quick peek inside the third greenhouse. It's got the shade netting on it too. And also, like the other one we just looked at, it's got the poultry mesh all the way around it. And then here's the pump house. And as you can see right here, one of these lines, and these are what, probably 2-inch lines here. One of them pulls water out of the spring or creek back here, and then the other one is buried all the way up to the top of the hill over here, where it goes into a huge storage container.
Guys, the property goes all the way up to the top of the mountain up there. All that comes with this property.
All you can see. All right, here we are at the top of the hill where this cistern is. I think I might have said it was 1,500 gallons before. It's actually 1,000 gallons. There's a nice road system up to the top here. If you wanted to expand it, you could very easily do so as well, if you wanted to grow that operation out. But this got them by with the 6 greenhouses they used to have at one time.
And the inside of it, Kevin's also looked at the inside, sealed up really good. The piping, after inspecting it, where that it is exposed, it's in great shape. So, I mean, actually there's room here. Did you see this other drop? There's another drop. He left room for an expansion drop.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's room to expand off this tank, too.
Yep.
And there was you want to tell him about that other feed? You found that other cistern?
Oh yeah, there is an older cistern over here. It's not in working order right now, but all the lines he's put in have been underground, so the lines to that cistern should be intact. So that's quite a nice shortcut. All you got to do is just drop a new cistern in on the top of the hill here, and you can double or triple or whatever your capacity for water. So great, great water storage, as well as for operating the greenhouse.
I'm thinking maybe that was for that chicken house, don't you?
Yeah, chickens.
Maybe he had that one there since that was so large. I bet that's what that one was for.
Yeah, that would make sense. So, all right, on to the next. All right, one of the things he's got several of out here is these really large old tractor tires, and a lot of people nowadays use these for watering the cattle out in the pasture. You run pipe underneath, you put it on a float system, and it fills up, and it keeps itself filled. So he's got 4 here alone that he intended at one time on putting around the pastures. And even behind here we have a pond, so there's a massive pond on this property that's fully stocked, and we've got several smaller ponds on here as well as springs and creeks and streams, so there's lots of water out here as well. Here we are up on top of one of the many hills, and one of the really neat features about this property is there's all these different ecosystems or climates, microclimates on this property. Here up on this hill, it just has that arid kind of desert look. Now it's an overcast rainy day, so you really can't appreciate it as much, but when the sun's out and about beating down, I mean, you think you're in some kind of arid wasteland or something, but it's a really neat, nice mountain views, really nice home sites up here. Or, again, it could be converted into more pasture. There's lots of pasturable land out here. Lots of things you can do with a property of this size. All right, now I'm going to show you some of the pastured areas of this property. Fenced, cross-fenced, a lot of them. So I'm going to take you once around the ride so you can get an idea of the vastness of it. Creek here. Larger pastures here. Finally reached the end of the property on this one side. This is it here, your neighbor in the cattle itself. Very strong cattle gate right here, and a great neighbor to have. All right, so in addition to this barn, which just had a brand new metal roof put on it 2 years ago, there's a couple extra diesel storage tanks down here, pushing about 1,000 gallons worth, in addition to what we've got up by the main house. And then I'm going to show you another, probably the second largest pasture on the way out to the largest pond out on the property that's fully stocked. So let's go take a look at that now. pasture splits over this way and follows the creek on this side. We've got this nice little scenic area right here. Great. The grass is a little high, but you get it cut down. It's a perfect for a fishing hole, little campsite, little picnic area. This pond is fully stocked. No lie, I've seen them that big in here. And another great feature with this property is there's a pipe down at the end, and it's meant to control the level of the, if the water gets too high, it just goes down to that big old pipe and drains out into the creek on the other side. All right, well, one of the things of selling land out in the middle of nowhere is the occasional fallen tree. Fortunately, this one's not all that big, but we're ready for the monster trees as well, so it's all good. All right, we're in a nice hollow behind the lake, and as you can see, it's nice flat land back here. Make a great home site, a nice tucked away cabin. You can build a cabin up over here, up on that shelf. All kinds of neat spots to either increase pasture land or expand the nursery business if you wanted to get back into that, or cabin for your family and friends. Just all kinds of possibilities. All right, on to the house. All right, let's talk hunting for just a second. Got a tree stand on the property, 314 acres, turkey, deer, all you'd ever want. We've even seen some bear scat around the property, plus, you know, the occasional foxes and coyotes, so all kinds of wildlife out here. Plenty of room to put your own rifle range in, your pistol range, and have your own, and don't have to worry about going and paying that membership fee. So you can do all these little things in-house here on this piece of property. So just again, one of the many great features this property has to offer.
Man, this place is really vast. We haven't even got to the house yet.
No. Nor do we get to the top of that mountain over there, or even a fraction of the way out to there. all this driving around today, and I mean, we've covered just a small percentage of really what's here. We didn't even get to half the trails that are out here, really, to be honest with you. I just kind of stuck to the basics and show you the real catch points of the property. But I mean, it's yours to discover. I mean, anyone that buys this is just going to be finding neat new things for years and years and years to come. You know, so well, this wraps up episode 1 for this property, and then episode 2, we're actually going to take you out to the house and show you all the great features the house has.
So guys, make sure to watch. Links in the video description below. And until we see you again here, Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.